Let's be honest. Most of us don't struggle because we're unmotivated. We struggle because we try to change using brute force, and our brains don't work like that. You've probably felt it before. You wake up determined. This is it. I'm starting fresh. You drink water, open your to-do list, maybe even go for a run. Day 1 feels amazing. Day 2 is okay. By day 4, you're somehow back on the couch scrolling, and you tell yourself, I just need more discipline. But here's the thing. Discipline isn't the problem. It's the system. See, your brain loves habits. They're shortcuts, mental autopilot. Once a behavior becomes automatic, your brain saves energy for other things. That's why you don't think about brushing your teeth. It just happens. In The Power of Habit, Charles Duhigg explains that every habit, good or bad, runs on a simple loop. Cue, routine, reward. It's like a circuit. Something triggers the behavior. That's the cue. You act, that's the routine. And then you get something out of it, that's the reward. For example, you feel stressed, cue. You grab your phone, routine. You get a little hit of dopamine, likes, messages, distraction, reward. The brain remembers that payoff. So next time you're stressed, it repeats the loop, automatically. Here's the first truth. You can't erase a habit. Your brain doesn't delete loops, but you can rewire them. Keep the cue, keep the reward, change the routine. If stress makes you scroll, maybe next time you walk outside. You still get the reward, relief, escape, but through something healthier. That's how habits actually change, quietly, over time. Here's the second truth. Some habits are more powerful than others. They're what Duhigg calls keystone habits. Habits that start a chain reaction. When people start exercising, they often start eating better. When they track their spending, they sleep more soundly. When they make their bed every morning, they feel more in control the rest of the day. Why? Because small wins create momentum. They remind your brain, hey, I can do this. Once that identity shift starts, everything else gets easier. You don't need to change your life in one go. You need to start with one small victory and let that spill over. Third truth, willpower is overrated. We treat willpower like a battery. We push ourselves all day, resist snacks, fight distractions, stay polite in traffic. And by evening, that battery is dead. Then we wonder why we fail. But people who master habits don't rely on willpower. They design environments that make the right choice the easy one. If you want to read more, put a book on your pillow. If you want to run in the morning, sleep in your workout clothes. If you want to stop scrolling, charge your phone outside your bedroom. That's not weakness, it's strategy. You're building a system that supports who you want to become, because systems beat motivation every time. And here's something deeper. Belief matters. Not the manifestation kind, but the quiet belief that change is possible. People who succeed at long-term change almost always have something in common. They're not doing it alone. In studies of people breaking addictions, those who stayed clean weren't necessarily stronger. They had support. They had people who reminded them who they could be when they forgot. So if you're trying to change something, don't isolate. Tell someone. Find a friend, a community, a group. Change thrives in connection. Now here's the final piece, and maybe the most freeing one. Your habits aren't moral. They're mechanical. You're not a bad person because you can't stay consistent. You're just running loops that were never designed with intention. Every habit you have made sense once. Scrolling helped you feel less lonely. Comfort food helped you cope. Procrastination gave you a break from pressure. The goal isn't to judge those things. It's to understand them and rewrite them. Habits are stories your brain tells to keep you safe. You get to change the ending. So here's what I want you to try. Pick one habit loop this week. Just one. Notice the cue. Notice the routine. Notice the reward. And experiment with changing the middle. Don't chase perfection. Chase curiosity. Because once you understand your loops, you can build any system you want. In the end, habits are less about what you do and more about who you believe yourself to be. You don't need to become a different person. You just need to practice being the version of you that already exists.